Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Lou. I'm a Manchester United fan, and today we're going to be previewing the match between Manchester United and Nottingham Forest. It is going to be taking place at the City Ground, and there's already an interesting dynamic going on because on the overlap, very recently, Sean Dyche said that he believes if he was the manager at Manchester United, he would be doing better than Ruben Amorim, that he would be getting more wins on the board than Ruben Amorim. Now, this was pushed to Ruben Amorim in more than one press conference, but in his pre-match press conference, and he said, that's completely fine. Maybe it's true. Maybe in a different formation, a different play style, he would get more wins on the board so far. But Ruben Amorim is unfazed by this completely because he says that his goal is not just short-term wins, but it's long-term structure and progress for the future of the club. So aside from that interesting dynamic between the two managers, Manchester United are going into this match off the back of 3 wins, and we want to know, can they connect 4? Sorry, it had to be done, guys. So, do we think that Ruben Amorim can break his own personal best and get 4 wins in a row for Manchester United against Nottingham Forest? Ben Jacobs said something very interesting on the United stand today at lunchtime when he was speaking with Beth. I found it actually unbelievable, so unbelievable that I had to go and check this fact, which is why you can see this little image here beside me. I use SofaScore for my stats. Some providers will be a little bit different, but this one should be fairly standard across the board. Manchester United have scored almost as many goals as Arsenal this season. Yes, Arsenal. So, Arsenal have scored 16 goals in 9 games. Manchester United have scored 15 goals in 9 games this season. The difference comes when you look at the goals we've conceded. So obviously everybody's well aware that Arsenal have only conceded 3 goals this season. Manchester United have conceded a lot more goals than that, as you can see there in the image. So the reason I wanted to bring that in is it shows that we have actually started firing. So last season, one of the main problems we had is that we were not scoring enough goals. This season, that problem seems to have lessened, which is what we expected when we signed the likes of Cunha and Mbeumo and of course Sesko. We were looking for more goals, but it's nice to see that actually coming into effect. Obviously now, the big difference we've had since the start of the season is Sene Lammens I keep saying this poor man's name wrong, Sene Lammens, as he said it on his little video. But since he's come into the first team, he has a 100% win record, and he has only conceded 3 of the 14 goals that we have conceded so far this season. So I would like to think that means that we are moving in the right direction, especially since those 3 goals were against the kind of opposition like Brighton and Liverpool. So it's not as if he's just letting all sorts into the net. So definitely that fills me full of confidence moving into this match. But I did, of course, also have a look at our opponent in Nottingham Forest. Now, Nottingham Forest have had quite the season so far. Their owner, Marinakis, he is certainly a character. He likes to let people know how he feels. He likes to let people know how he thinks. And if he's not pleased with your performance, he is going to get rid. I would suggest that that is not necessarily a good base for building a consistent performance on the pitch when everything off the pitch seems a little bit chaotic, to say the very least. So their obvious most recent manager is Sean Dyche, who I did mention at the start of the video, who took over from Ange Postecoglou after the shortest reign for a permanent manager in Premier League history at just 39 days. Now, bringing Sean Dyche back in is a return to the style of play that the players were playing when they had Nuno in charge. So it has to be good for the players because we're talking about consistency, we're talking about a solid foundation, and they're going back to what they had already been doing before. So maybe that is going to be beneficial for them. Obviously, Ange is known for solid defences. That is something that United in recent times have found hard to break down, but as I said, we do seem to have found our scoring boots, so it is going to be interesting to see if we are now able to break down the likes of a Nottingham Forest the likes of a Sean Dyche team who are known for being very good defensively. Also, it will be very interesting to see, can Nottingham Forest, as well as building that defence that Sean Dyche is known for, can they also implement the quick transitions that he is known for? Can they start becoming more attacking off the base of a solid defence, which seemingly is what Manchester United are actually in the process of doing at the moment, starting with Sene Lammens. So at the moment, Chris Wood is Nottingham Forest's lead goal scorer, but that is with only 2 goals so far this season, which obviously is not good. Their next top scorer is Nico Williams, obviously defender, with 1 goal. So really they need to start finding the back of the net. I'm very much hoping it's not going to be against Manchester United, but definitely this game is going to be very, very interesting, an interesting dynamic between the managers. Nottingham Forest are trying to turn their season around. Their owner is in the background watching every move that's being made, which is definitely putting pressure on both the new manager and the players. You have Manchester United trying to go for 4 on the trot, which is unheard of for us these days. And it's just all very, very interesting. Which defence will break down first? Which attackers will find their way through? Who do you think is going to win this match? I have to say, I'm quite confident. I feel like Manchester United are going to go 3-0. I'm backing my team. I may have a touch of the Delulu about me, but you know what? I am enjoying it. I am enjoying this so much, and it is nice to see my team winning games. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Manchester United are going to win? Do you think it's going to be... I don't think it's going to be easy, but I do think we're going to be able to do it. Do you think that we'll be able to break Nottingham Forest down? Do you think Dyche ball is going to be a problem for Ruben Amorim? Let me know down below, and I will talk to you all very, very soon.